What's up guys, I'm doing another video, and today I've purchased one of the biggest cars, if not the biggest car I've dreamed of owning since I was a little kid. This is my new to me 84 Toyota Corolla SR5, or better known to most people that are enthusiasts, Toyota Corolla AE86. And yes, this is an AE86. Yes, it's left-hand drive. It is still an AE86. The chassis code is AE86 because it's an SR5 single cam. This is not the GTS. It doesn't have a 4A GE. It has a single cam 4A C, which is a carbureted inline 4. It's the same block as a 4A GE from what I understand. Different cylinder head, and like I said, it's carbureted. When I bought this car, it did come with, on the side, a 4A GE though, which I plan to probably swap into this car at some point. So, for a long time, I've wanted one of these, and they're all very expensive, as I'm sure some of you know. They're very expensive and they're hard to come by, running and driving in a nice condition. And I've wanted one for a long time. I've always kind of had an eye out for one to see if I could find one cheap, and they just don't come up all that often. But I managed to have a coworker of mine find this on Facebook Marketplace, and it was $2,800. Now, $2,800 is a lot to spend on an 84 Corolla, but this is the car that I've wanted since I was a little kid. Like I said, it's been a dream car of mine, and I was kind of ready to spend that money. When he first showed it to me, I didn't really have any interest in owning it because this car, unfortunately, has a salvage title. And for those of you who don't know, that means that this car had some sort of damage or an accident or something like that that insurance deemed to be more than the value of the car. This is the damage from what caused it to be a salvage title. The guy I bought it off of claims that the dent here in the quarter panel and the dent here, these two little like buckles or wrinkles in the quarter panel, he claims had nothing to do with this happening. But he said essentially what happened is he got backed into in a parking lot. The car got hit in a parking lot, and I don't know if that's what caused the bumper to be more tucked in on this side than the other side, and I really don't know the extent of what this damage caused, but I do know that this is all just damage to the outer skin of the quarter panel. Everything structurally, the frame, the chassis, the inside of the trunk even, is very clean. Like, there's no wrinkles, there's nothing. All this is the outer skin that's been damaged from the accident. So my number one rule has always been to stay away from salvage title cars, but I just had to make an exception on this one. I always said that if I paid this kind of money for an old Corolla, I would drive it a lot. And I would drive it all the time and a lot and as much as I could to make it worth it to me. And especially because this is what this car is for. This is a driver's car. So for $2,800, I have a car with a salvage title. That means that it also has taken any hit in resale value that it could take. It's taken the hit in resale value from having a salvage title. So that means that me driving it as much as I want is going to have little to no effect on this car's value. Not that it really matters, because I'm never gonna sell this car. Once again, like most of my cars, I'm never gonna sell this. I've wanted one since I was a little kid, and this is the perfect one for me. Ideally, it would have been a hatchback, but you can't find hatchbacks. So I took what I could get, and you know, ideally it would have been a 4AG or a GTS car, but I'm not picky. I just wanted an AE86. I wanted the interior, I wanted the car, I wanted the pop-ups, and I got it. And I can put a 4AG in it like I probably am going to, so that's fine. So I'll just show you around the car really quick. So when I bought it, it came with the factory 13-inch Steelies with all four center caps and the chrome ring that goes around the edge of it. I put these wheels on it from a similarly aged Supra or Celica, and I've had these wheels for 4 years sitting in my shed waiting for a car to put them on, because I knew someday I'd be putting them on an 80s car, an 80s Toyota, but little did I know that it would be my dream car, my AE86. Coming around to the interior, it's all here. It's all complete. Has the factory seats that are in pretty nice shape, other than a little cracking vinyl and that kind of stuff. The back seats are actually pretty clean. I mean, they need a good deep cleaning because they're stained up and everything, but they're all here and there's nothing really wrong with the back seats. You can see the vinyl over there in that corner has peeled off, so we're gonna try and see what we can do with that, as well as the door panels. There's duct tape on the top of both the door panels because the vinyl was cracking there, and I think they put duct tape to keep it from cracking. As far as the rest of the interior goes, it's all here. The only unfortunate thing is that pillar there is cracked and needs to be replaced or repaired. So we're gonna see what we can do there. The sun visors are also cracked up from the old vinyl. This has a small crack in it, small fracture, but it still opens and closes just fine. You can get into here. And the car needs a really, really good cleaning, obviously, but you know, it's all here and it's all complete. You can see I have my little AE86 Hot Wheels car in here because I've wanted one for so long. So anyway, stepping behind the very square steering wheel, we have a switch here for fans, electric fans that the car doesn't have anymore. So we'll be seeing if we can remove this and find a factory cap to put there. And believe it or not, this car has working air conditioning and working cruise control. I've been daily driving this car for the last about 5 days or so, and it's been nothing but great to me. It runs and drives perfectly. It starts right up with a little bit of messing around since it is carbureted, but it starts right up without really a problem. Has working air conditioning that blows pretty cold, and both the windows roll up and down because they're manual. The pop-ups work. I just leave them up so that I don't keep going up and down. You can see they work. The only thing that I noticed that doesn't really work in here is the wipers. When you press the button, the washer fluid comes out of the nozzles, but the wipers don't actually work when you turn them on. And I think it might be because of the switch, because I don't feel any sort of mechanical action happening there. Actually, I think I just figured out the problem. It looks like this just doesn't have any way of, it looks like the knob's broken and it just doesn't have any way of turning the actual switch. Let's test that theory real quick. Look at that. It does have wipers. So there's going to be one of our fixes, is putting a new knob on it, because that's, I guess, all that it takes to fix the wipers on this. So that's awesome. So the wipers do work. Nice. So another really cool thing that I love about this car is, anyone who knows me personally knows that I hate aftermarket radios with a passion. But this one is very different because it's a flush stereo, very, very clean. It sits there and you don't even really notice that it's a stereo. When you turn it on, the little keyboard comes out and all the lights turn on in the radio. And it's kind of hard, I can't play music through it, unfortunately, to actually show you. But when music plays, it has the little bars that light up to, like, for the sound. They, like, go with the sound of the music. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I want to do something to block off all the wires that are here, because I don't even know what half of these go to. I'm sure most of it's a radio. It does have an aux cord, though, so I can listen to my own phone. Yeah, everything works. It's just, this car is really nice. The dash is unfortunately cracked underneath the cover. It's very cracked, so we're gonna see, maybe we can do something about that. It might need a whole dash replacement. I'm not too worried about it right now because the cover just makes it look a lot nicer. So anyway, let's go under. Oh, another thing that it has is it has this little exhaust temp gauge, which is kind of cool because when it gets too loud or when it gets too hot, it'll beep at you, which really it shouldn't get too hot if you're not driving it like a crazy person. So underneath the hood is a single cam 4AC. It runs and drives beautifully. The guy I bought it from tells me that it has about 10,000 miles on it on a new rebuild. And like I said, he gave me a 4AGE with the car that's sitting in the back of the truck right now. It has a Weber carburetor on it. The Weber carb sounds really good when you're on the throttle. The engine itself sounds really good, but what doesn't sound good is the exhaust. I'll let you hear that real quick. So right now the exhaust is cut off. And it's just right there, there's no muffler. So I'm looking at an HKS unit that's on eBay right now for it. And then it has that rattle that you can hear. So that's like the first thing that needs to get done to this car, because that drives me crazy. But if we come up here, you can hear it's just it's a very healthy sounding engine. It sounds very good. Has a brand new AC Delco alternator. It has a newer water pump in it. It has the Weber carb, like I told you. AC compressor works. This car doesn't leak any oil and it doesn't burn any oil, which is amazing on a car this old. The only thing it leaks is it leaks a little bit of power steering fluid from both the reservoir pump and the rack. And the other thing is that it has no heater because currently it's disconnected from the core because the core leaks. So we'll see about fixing that. But you can hear it runs good. I can't begin to tell you guys how much of a blessing this is to me. With everything going on in our world right now, I'm very lucky to still have a job, which I know unfortunately a lot of people have lost theirs. And I'm also very fortunate to be able to have bought this car and drive it and enjoy it, especially in this time, because I know a lot of people can't afford things. And I'm very, very thankful for everything that I have, and I hope that people don't look at these videos of me showing off all the new cars that we bought as a way of like showing off. I hope people are just realizing that this is me showing you the things that we purchased, and I hope that you guys enjoy it just like we do, because I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, we're all enthusiasts and we like cars and we love our cars, and this is hopefully just fun for you to watch and entertaining, and that's all I really want to do right now. I know a lot of people are at home spending time on YouTube, and all I want to be is just entertaining for you guys and try to throw videos out there. Like I said, I'm still at work, so putting out videos often is not something I can really super easily do, but I am trying as much as I can. I actually have a couple videos that are almost ready to go up, so be on the lookout for those in the future. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support that you've been giving me for the last, what is it now, like 3-4 years that I've been posting videos on YouTube. This is seriously just awesome to be sitting here staring at this car in front of me. Like I can't believe that I have the just privilege of owning this and driving this. Like I said, it's been a dream of mine since I was a kid. I didn't grow a love for AE86s from Initial D or anything like that. I feel like most people might have grown that enjoyment from them from Initial D. I first heard about AE86s and when I was playing Need for Speed Underground 2. That was, you know, it's one of the first cars you can get in the game if you've played it, and I've just loved the car ever since. I've always been a Toyota kid, and, you know, even when I was a kid, I've always loved Toyotas, and this was my favorite car in the game. So to sit here and look at one in front of me is just, and know that I own it is just so awesome. I didn't even know I was going to be picking this car up as soon as I did because I didn't have the money. I was waiting for a paycheck, and my parents were gracious enough to loan me the like $800 that I was short to buy the car, so that I could go get it before it got sold. And I was on the phone with my dad at work when he told me we were going to go get the car today, and I teared up when I got off the phone with him because I couldn't believe that I was finally going to be able to own one of the biggest dream cars, if not the biggest dream cars that I've ever wanted before. I know I said my white Paseo was my dream car. That's probably one of my favorite 90s cars from Toyota. And this has got to be my favorite 80s Toyota that there is. One of my favorite Toyotas of all time. I have a lot of plans for this car, and I don't know how quickly they're going to happen because I have a lot of projects on the side. But I just can't believe that I own this, and right now I just want to drive it. I just want to enjoy it and drive it and have a lot of fun with it because it's a great car and it's mechanically sound, and I couldn't be more happy. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope everyone is doing okay, and we'll get through all of this. I know that this is a really rough time in life to be trying to live life right now. I know it's difficult. This is something that I don't think any of us have ever had to experience before, even anything close to this. So this is all very new, and we're gonna try and get through it. I'm gonna try and supply you guys with videos as much as I can. I appreciate everyone's support, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and try to have a good day. Bye. Have a good one.